Hello and welcome to episode 34 on our channel, where today we'll be looking at and reviewing Nintendo's 24th issued Game & Watch, which was part of the multi-screen series and was titled Donkey Kong 2. But before we turn our full attention and admire today's star of this show, which is an absolute gem by the way, I'd like to look back and answer the last episode's photo quiz challenge that we here on our channel like to call What in the World? And it was, as you can see here in the picture, a Super Famicom Mini Classic, from 2017. But if you guessed Super Famicom, I'd agree with you too, as the reissue was nearly exactly the same as the original. So, back to today's star, and focus of our episode. I present the fifth multi-screen Game & Watch called Donkey Kong 2, issued on March 7 back in 1983. The unit sold an estimated 1.25 million copies. Donkey Kong 2 is Nintendo's Game & Watch sequel to the amazingly popular original multi-screen series called Donkey Kong. If you're interested in seeing that review, it was covered in episode 31, and to help out I've added a link in the description box below for you to follow. Making a subtle twist from the original gameplay, the roles have been reversed this time, and it is Donkey Kong who is captured by Mario. This game introduces Donkey Kong Jr., and he clearly wants to rescue his dad, so he braves all sorts of dangers, such as Snapjaws, Sparks and Birds. He is tasked with collecting keys to unlock the various locks. After unlocking all 4 locks, his father is freed and the game starts from the beginning. This multi-screen has all the usual options for playing both Game Mode A and Game Mode B. However, this time there are some genuine game differences. In Game Mode B, when a key is placed into the lock, the Snapjaws and Birds will not disappear and remain as an ongoing danger, so watch out. The highest possible score for this game is set as just 999. Also revisited are the various bonus rounds. When the score reaches 300 and there are 1 or 2 misses, or lost lives, then 1 more junior, or lost life are added, or a lost life is restored. If there are no misses or lost lives to restore, the game enters into chance time where the scores are awarded as double points until a miss is scored. One of the biggest mistakes made is that when you get to the locks you have forgotten to throw up the key in advance, so you have to then go back all the way down again to collect the key before throwing it up and climbing to unlock the lock. Scoring is pretty straightforward. 1 point is awarded when Junior jumps over a spark or a snapjaw. Also, when each lock is opened, a varying amount of points are awarded according to the time it takes from the start of the game to achieve it. This ranges from 5 to 15 points. When all 4 locks are opened and Donkey Kong is free, a further or additional 20 points are awarded. When a lock is opened and Junior returns to the starting position with no misses and throws up a key, 5 extra points are rewarded. Losing a life, or using the terminology of the period, you score a miss, occurs when Junior is bitten by a snapjaw or when Junior is hit by a spark, and is pecked by a bird. With every miss, 1 Junior, or life vanishes from the screen. With 3 misses, the game is over. Interestingly, if you hold in either Game A or Game B key, the highest previous score will be displayed. Also, if a unit is left unattended after the game is over, the time display will appear in approximately 5 minutes. A game is not interrupted even if time button or other game button, or as they call it, game keys, are depressed during the gameplay. This was added as a safety feature so gameplay won't be affected by accidentally hitting an incorrect button. Pressing the ACL switch or even removing the batteries erases all previous high scores from the unit's memory. Given the production code of JR-55, Donkey Kong 2 was the second Game & Watch to feature both Mario and Donkey Kong together. And as with all the previous multi-screen Game & Watches, the instructions booklet features a table of contents. This requirement was deemed necessary due to the increasing complexity of the units. As was the use of a schematic drawing of the game's unit, shown in an unfolded configuration, naming the parts, controls and various characters in the game as well as their functions. The selection and insertion of the correct batteries, as well as the process to set the time and activate an alarm, are functions that are perhaps often overlooked, in deference to the more obvious game functions and controls. The alarm sprite features a super cute little Mario character with his hammer and a bell icon for the alarm confirmation and activation. The booklet explains that this is a follow-on gameplay from the original issued Game & Watch, and how the story of Mario saving the beautiful girl, who would later be named as his girlfriend, called Pauline, from the evil clutches of Donkey Kong. We also see that Nintendo decided to continue with the innovative and simply amazing plus controller button, we today call a D-pad, or directional pad, which was first used with the original Donkey Kong game itself. And while we've briefly explained that Game Mode B is different to Game Mode A, the full scope of those differences are underscored here. Slightly insultingly, Nintendo need to point out that Game Mode A is really intended for beginners and just average players, while Game Mode B is for those with better abilities like coordination, techniques and enhanced timing. Those pros would clearly be aware of the various bonus features and how best to exploit them, while also avoiding the 3 ways to score a miss. Nintendo took a leaf out of the comic strip Genome to both explain and illustrate the operation and control of both buttons and characters. The plus control is our D-pad of today, and the booklet explains how Junior can avoid snap jaws by jumping over them, how it's possible to keep low avoiding the overhead sparks, and how to throw the key to the upper screen. All easy with the intuitive use of the directional control pad. It further separates the action on the lower screen from that on the upper screen, by using 2 illustration strips to clearly define the gameplay action, especially when in Game Mode B, due to the hazards not disappearing when in Chance Time bonus round. When Junior successfully opens all 4 padlocks, the chains holding Donkey Kong are released, and he is free. The act of Junior catching his papa is automatically done, and completes a happy ending, before resetting and starting all over again. The caution statement covers operational temperature tolerances, avoiding heavy shocks, being careful not to press down the LCD screen, general maintenance, as well as avoiding various oils, preventing damage to the exposed ribbon cable in the hinge area, and not pushing the hinge beyond its 180-degree maximum travel, screen angle optimization, clock accuracy, suggested battery life, and working temperature. All this vital data is at the end of the instructions booklet. An additional version of today's game can be found in the Game Boy Color's game cartridge called Game & Watch Gallery 3. Also a cheaper end of production run, shall we say, bargain basement carded variant was made late into their production life, however these have also become quite collectible nowadays. In comparison to the original new old stock versions, which I think are absolutely beautiful. 10 of these new boxed games would have been sent to retailers in a shipping carton like the box seen here. These are now a major collector's item, and called shippers. And here we see the regional variations, firstly with Japan, then the UK, followed by North America, most likely the USA, then a German variant, the next being Australian, and we finish up with a French language version. And we're hoping you've been enjoying these factual episodes. If you have, I'd ask a favor, and that is if you'd ever so kindly hit that like button for this episode. However, coming up next is our picture quiz, which we call What in the World? In it I'd challenge you to guess what Nintendo item you're looking at, and answer in the comments section below. So feel free to like us, follow us, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. See you all shortly for what's sure to be another episode full of discovery.